Caspar's Declassified Ethereality product reviews. Ahayou, doodlet and doodlets. This episode we have another Martian guest speaker who will be speaking to us again by the spirit, communicates with us through his audible still small voice through our mind that come across our thoughts, who will not only be dissecting the stats of the Aktərpuz Third-Arm on himself, but he will also be chatting a bit about anti-Semitism. As I expect to learn more about what it can do and hope you will too, while I will post a roster of his attributes with this afterwards. Now, without further ado I present to you, the second Aktərpuz Martian Third-Arm we're reviewing tonight, Tattoodles.
Greeting Earthlings. Tattoodles here. I come in peace and to bring joy. I heard our leader, Spectro, told you our backstory, so it won't be necessary for me to tell it again as I'll cut to the chase. Briefly, the source of my estimo art was encountered during a movie night to make all the whole efforts of refreshments effortless. In review, my appearance is I'm an Araimmorane species from the home world of Zuluris IV race. That is a race of humanoid Third-Arm Martians that consists of the anatomical upper extremities crossbreed of a brachial, antebrachial, carpal, pollex, palmar, manus, digital, and olecranal. I have flabby, pinkish yellow skin, but apart from Spectro I am covered with tattoos. As my service to people still remains the same for giving moviegoers an extra hand. Also, I'm one in the same with Spectro for the advanced medical knowledge that we share with the rest of the Araimmorane species, as my gender is male, and if you were to observe my arm you would see beach fuzz on back of his hand and forearm as my hair, and if you were to look closely at my fingernails you would see small transparent fingernail ingrown eyes, blinking at you. Now let's have a bit of fun. Let's get interactive, and make it a bit of a guessing game. Can you guess my age by the sound of my voice? Did you guess it? I may have childish enthusiasm and outburst from the idle, supportive, giddy and kiddy personality that may come across to you, but I'm in my 30s in human years, as you would see from the complexion of my limb if you saw me. My weight about 4-ish pounds, standing at a heat of 9 inches, 1 foot, 17 inches in length, and 3 inches in width. Fashionably rocking clothes that can be described as a tie-dye short sleeve, showing an arm full of tattoos with a peace sign pendant that hangs on a chain around my antebrachial. If you were to interact with me in person, I would either communicate to you through sign language or finger-tapping Morse code, if that is we haven't established a psychological connection. Another insight about me is my thoughts are one and the same as Spectro's, along with the development for the problem that we tend to be the solution for humans. The goal, one and the same. And we are working towards the same outcome that is also one and the same. Let's see. Oh, also something you would remember about me if you were to have a personal interaction with me is I am able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all you ask, think, or imagine according to the power that resides within me. But only if it's in line with the Codex, or the Book of Books you might call it. Notwithstanding, my action is one and the same as well as the interaction as my leader, Spectro. And last but not least, before I go into a briefing on anti-Semitism, is my personal connection holds allegiance with the Aktərpuz core family that's also one and the same as Spectro. So, now a bit about anti-Semitism, starting from where Spectro has left off. Anti-Semitism is the belief or behavior hostile toward Jews just because they are Jewish. It may take the form of religious teachings that proclaim the inferiority of Jews, for instance, or political efforts to isolate, oppress, or otherwise injure them. It may also include prejudiced or stereotyped views about Jews. It's what has zombified the people through the Brute Devil's hand. Once this evil one arm linked up with you, it injects the most irrepressible parasite that carries a deadly mixture of acidity, animosity, malice and strife, toxins that go straight to the brain, and over time it gradually is released throughout the rest of the body where a degeneration process kicks in. This bacteria, this anti-Semitism virus, this mind-bending worm, is just a notion of unfabricated inkling. Irrepressible, highly infectious. Once its notion of a fabricated inkling is planted in the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate. A person can cover the devil's arm up, ignore it, but it stays there, until it shows darkness can't hide and zombifies the person. Deformity may be treated or removed, but a notion of an immoral act? Fully formed. Understood? That sticks, and take the divine to rid. Harmoniously, I'll leave it at that for another Araimmorane species to talk about the hostility toward Jews that dates to ancient times. Perhaps the brute devil's hand Anti-Semitism virus got its start at the beginning of Jewish history. Thank you, Caspar, for allowing me to speak. Shalom.
Thank you so much, Tattoodles, for being on the podcast, and using your voice to turn off the darkness of anti-Semitism and not let them silence you. As that's all for now, join me next time for another Martian Third-Arm guest speaker who will be doing another Third-Arm product review on itself. Also, don't forget, following this a roster of Tattoodles stats will be posted on my page, so go check it out. Until another declassified case, this is Cas, signing off and saying peace out.
What charges are you bringing against this man?
He's a criminal! Crucify him!
Give them what they want.
Stretch him out. He's dead. Get him down.
Caspar's Declassified Ethereality product reviews.